Duncan in the middle, as you saw over. Brodie Smith swung it to Fogarty, but he had no way out. Rounded up by Walsh. Not for long, though. Up against the big fella in the ruck, who's able to get the handball out of Walsh and get them going towards full forward. Mackay! Extravagant in their play, and so it's Williams setting Carlton alight. Walsh poking to centre half forward. Not the cleanest of hands, Akers. Walsh, good looking kick, and that's exactly what to... It was a ridiculous return from Sam Walsh last week, wasn't it, first up? Callaghan, slight fumble. It looked fancy from Briggs, but wild boot in there. On the same. And it's good stuff, and Carlton win it back. And they head out of defence off the boot of Walsh to Durden, who's off. Up for a big guy, down below his knees. Toby Green waiting on the outs. Walsh to Cripps. Back down, considering all the injuries he's had. They're on the move. O'Halloran squeezes the kick out. Now Callum Ward, it found him and crashing into him. Into their handball chains they go. Although Whitfield left it hanging. Kemp to Walsh. Back to the Giants. Slapped back by Newman to Walsh. Playing his part on the way forward. Out of the middle. It's going Carlton's way again. Walsh to Hewitt. Kelly. And now tries to get dangerous. In the afters, it's Walsh with the power running. Curno's not going to have much better chance than this to take a mark.
At near goalpost, but it hung on, sneaks inside, and that's the goal they need.
Realise, or at least that's the way he acted. The old Carlton Premiership quarter. They're back within 2. Free kick, advantage. How significant will that be? Walsh inside, not Mackay. Maybe it will be Harry. Negative goals, it's 4 now on end. And they're hungry for more. Walsh to London. Tries to chisel one in the direction of Cripps. He did well under this. Just lost his tread, which meant that Hewitt and Hogan read it well. If anything, the interference was by Briggs, his teammate. So Walsh pounces. Here's Mackay, prime position, and a out. That's where we're at, I guess, isn't it? Out of the middle. Walsh deep again. Owies. Iden batters. Walsh, a real damage on the scoreboard. Cripps gets them started again. Walsh springs into action to Hewitt. He himself. Great steal initially by Hewitt, and then Parford tried to win it back, only to run into Walsh. Again, Pitnet played his part. Walsh, if anyone could burrow the way through. Lots to like about this opening term, except for the scoreboard. One last gasp here. Walsh sends it to Koning again, is the hope. Stanley tries to reach around Pitnet, not an easy task. Again, it's Walsh beating everyone to the footing. Out of the middle, 2 goes at it. Pitnet trying to rip his way through. Was O'Connor. Another deal for Duncan. Wades through, and all he saw were navy blue jumpers staring him in the face. He has threatened most weeks. Walsh well to Duncan. Cameron thought he might be able to advance a little from 27 as a Giant. Geelong back out to an 18-point gap, and that time there's the free kick. Nothing meaningful in that. Walsh immediately confronted by Close. Towards Hollands, who allows the Cats back in. Dangerfield didn't have the Sherrin with him. Well done, Cripps and Walsh. From there, Walsh was severely restricted. Same down. You can see the move Mackay was making. Instead, it's Walsh to Cripps, and the excitement. Third term. Could have gone anywhere. He went to Walsh. They're coming again. Curno's the deepest. He's goal side. And Chicky.
A tap there. Into space, into Walsh's path. That's all she wrote.
Geelong have the numerical advantage. Carlton still have the will. They have Walsh.
Gorn another tap. Walsh another.
Ball out the back door. Here's Pitnet. Got it back to Walsh, who followed up his own good work. Isn't he a star? Isn't he a star, Sam Walsh?
And the finishing work is just elite. Not all midfielders can do that. That's his first goal of the year, and he was pretty happy with it. Told the boys.
Ball dislodged. Wiedering still over it. Picked up by Fritsch, caught by Walsh. Couldn't do so effectively. Rumbles to Viney through the hands of Langdon. Picked up by Neil Bullen. His hand pass stolen by Walsh. Out towards the boundary, and Boyd clears for the Blues.
He does, and it's a fortunate kick as well as it. Probably wouldn't even know that. Here's Walsh again.
Lane looks like it's setting in as Cottrell goes around the boundary, finds Walsh. Had a very productive start.
I'm already.
Running to Stephen May, and you go backwards a couple of steps. He's going to let it go, drew it back and gave it to Cripps. It was well done in the end. Wiedering and Walsh. Right in front of where Aaron sits. She'll be very happy to be up close and personal with Walsh. And it's a difficult night for a mark like that. Kemp was thrown down hard by Viney. Looking for Cowan. Chandler under pressure. Look at the way they handled it.
The ball.
Boy, oh boy, goodness gracious me. The last team to go scoreless at half. Force a contest, and then Viney went and got it. That's a good win, though, for Melbourne. It was well done by Viney. And Rivers under pressure. So once again, Melbourne applying pressure here. And Bowie gives away the free.
A medical issue for Chera. Neil Bullen tackled. Walsh got hold. Gone to the side. Neil Bullen. Rince knocked out by Kemp. Durden. Walsh.
The Blues have certainly matched it.
Up goes Kemp. Came down heavily.
Over the back, Petty. Walsh. Magnificent hand. Down seconds on the clock. De Koning to Walsh. And Rivers.
Williams back towards Walsh. Chincotta again. Plenty of the footy. Back towards Elijah now. Just hacked out of midair and it'll work out. There's a nice job of it. The Blues will clear through Hewitt. Gets the bounces after Walsh. Really good hands and good pick up.
That's the plan coming into the game. They've definitely, first thing they look for is that switch.
Walsh ignored Kemp because they had the further option that Kingy was alluding to. And it's a huge game last week by Noah. Blues dominating it. Athletic on the 1-2. He runs out of room. He's good enough to get it by hand to Cripps to Walsh. Chain. Sard now with run. Walsh takes a bounce. Takes another bounce. They're forcing him wide. Goes back in the corridor now. Back to Walsh. Andrew will come late. Long. Kicked a couple as King, as has Long.
Goes in when Mackay goes in.
Anderson. Walsh does really well. Davies caught with the footy. Kick 3, 2 in the first term. Really good to Walsh. He'll go now. The Ocean Grove flyer steps back inside, delays the hand pass. Sprinkler takes a bounce. Walsh, skipper, what a player he is, this man, number 9. The Brownlow medalist to Walsh, puts it under the arm, takes a bounce. Sends it, here's Charlie.
Jared Woods.
Disposal that intercept, he's been good. Walsh up to 30 now. Get up, it's still one-on-one forward the ball, Curnow. And Mac Andrew, that's where the ball wants to be seen as far as the crowd goes, and that's where...
Their way. Raking handball, Walsh busy early.
We heard that Kenny Hinkley wanted dirty ball going to Carlton's forward line.
Walsh, flicking handball, Hewitt. Koning. Hewitt gets bundled out of it. Got that to the wing. Mead.
Nat, Fantasia, Hollands, Walsh. Walsh is squaring ball. Kennedy to Mead. Gave it to Houston. He is caught by Walsh.
Marshall flies in from the side, unable to take it.
Adelaide's way. Can Port Adelaide find a late one here? Walsh keen to deny. Chincotta, Cripps, Walsh. Hollands is free.
Back to De Koning. Walsh. Can Cripps do it again? What is that? De Koning. Another centre clearance here.
This is becoming a story of efficiency, isn't it?
Tap to his own advantage. Gets it back from Akers, who aids him with a shepherd. Kai and Curnow are here. Radigalia got hands to it. Walsh waiting underneath. Slips the tackle of Travis Boak. Goes towards the...
When they've looked most dangerous, use each other, link each other with it, link each...
Except on the bounce that time. Bergman got in the road. Soldo. Walsh paddled. Farrell couldn't take it. Walsh couldn't handle it that time. He latches onto Houston.
Well, they've got a bit of both there, haven't they? The scarf and the jacket.
Wiedering another one-on-one win. Walsh out the front. Kennedy.
They're either in that spot.
Wiedering on Hawkins.
May not have sort of half respected him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's just the...
Tui now. Again, Tom De Koning just getting rid of his brother. Cowan on the up. Walsh. To Curnow. And he draws a free kick. This time Sam jumps in, but Walsh brings it away. Kennedy.
Best of handballs. Bows. His iffy little ball in there. Hewitt made it work in the end.
Wiedering. Walsh covers so much ground. Akers is out. Walsh.
High couldn't quite make it happen. Now Kolodjasny tries to stand up in the tackle.
Walsh. Tom de Koning to Walsh. And then slaps it back to...
Fogarty gave it a Cripps. Back to Walsh. Chincotta. Walsh is lurking. Fogarty to Walsh. Hammers the door shut with a brilliant mid.
He's a machine. Absolute pro, he is.
Corno, that was his strength, but he does it off fourth priest.
Henry. Wiedering wins another one-on-one. And Walsh with brilliance gets past.
He does.
And Diesel Williams dominated that day, as we know.
Ball. Pitnet was there to defend Walsh. Scrubber kick along the ground. Cripps. Can they make them pay? Walsh here. Beautiful poise. Great composure from Walsh.
And gifted it to Cripps. And that's what happens. The best teams make you pay.
Steaming out to meet it was Kazitsky. Bolton at the front. Walsh has a piece of him. Still found. Now to Walsh.
Stand.
The runner is Akers. He's got Hollins. Space has been at a premium in the opening term for the Blues. Haven't had much time and space from Richmond's defence as Walsh goes to half forward. Mackay will come over the top.
And Curvis, Martin, forward momentum, Newman. Curvis able to get behind so many Richmond players, as you say, forward of the footy. There's Pitnet, nice little touch ball to Owies.
To hold it up. It's flipped out in the Walsh direction. Spoil from behind from Blight was great. Ralph Smith rolls the shoulders. Walsh. Touch kick is good to Walsh. Sard comes by.
Goal in the context of the game for Carlton and for him and his position in the team.
Coming forward to attack was Cowan. Drifting back to defend was Walsh.
There wasn't a great kick from Graham. Walsh now sends and sets Fantasia a target.
Wiedering will go past Newman straight to Walsh. He's got Akers on the outside. Here is Newman now.
On the noises. So one for the Blues here.
Team.
Cripps out of the middle. Gives off a handball. Walsh. Another one.
So I'm not sure who will come off for Hewitt in the next 10 minutes.
And Curvis penalised. Walsh another touch. He finds Hollins.
Easy walking goal. Those ones devastating.
The debutant worked off it by Mackay, who goes to ground.
Nice use of the body in the contest to clear him out. Walsh, just a good little kick.
Works it to his feet, Drew. Went without it, Walsh didn't.
This is opponent. Pitnet, Walsh. Here over the past 5 seasons. What they like about this ground. Good luck. Could have a better holder for them. There's Walsh.
This is Port Adelaide, by the way, both SANFL and AFL. There's a long one here from Walsh. Curnow with a hand in. Kennedy. Burgoyne. Juan Francis goes again. And Burgoyne with 19 seconds left. And beautifully smothered by Walsh.
Down. Cowan's kick was smothered. Richo, Hodgie, if you could have.
With a hand in. Hewitt. Walsh. Back to Hewitt. Sneaking forward.